Hello, welcome back, everybody.
Hello.
We're here on a lovely Tuesday morning with some friends. We're going to bring you another group today. We got some fun things lined up for you today. Let's start off with a few introductions. Let's go around our group and see who's joining us today. First up, we have Mrs. T. Mrs. T, how are you today?
I'm good.
You're good, right on. And we have Miss LeBuke. How are you today, Miss LeBuke?
Hi, I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Beautiful, beautiful. And we have Miss Roland. Miss Roland, how are you today?
Doing good. Good morning, guys.
Beautiful. And for the first time, I think this year, we have Miss Meter. Miss Meter, how are you today?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Trying to keep busy reading books from work and that. And
beautiful.
Yeah.
Welcome, welcome. And last but certainly not least, we have Mr. I. Mr. I, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Yeah.
Good, good, good. Right on, right on. All right, so folks, I'm going to share with you our schedule today. We are going to dive right in here. So today's schedule, we're going to start off with the calendar, as we do. We're going to jump right into question of the day. We're going to have a show and tell today from Miss Roland. We are going to play a little game of I Spy today, which will be pretty darn fun. And then we're going to finish off with our goodbyes. Now, just a reminder for friends at home, we encourage you to pause the video at any time. We encourage you to participate as much as possible with us throughout the session today. So let's kick it off. We're going to go right into our calendar. All right. Oops, sorry, folks. You know what? Mr. H is going to just double check that he's got the audio on. It's always funner with a little bit of audio. There we go. Here we go, folks. Let's make a calendar.
Yippee! It's April 2020. Let's make a calendar.
All right, folks. It is indeed April 2020.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Beautiful, beautiful. So let's start off with Miss LeBuke. What is today's date?
Today's date is April 28th, 2020.
April 28th, 2020. Let's see if she's right. I think so.
Great job.
Yay!
Today is Tuesday, April 28th, 2020.
All right. So if today is Tuesday, April 28th, 2020, Miss Roland, what will tomorrow be?
Tomorrow will be Wednesday, April 29th.
Yes, tomorrow will be Wednesday, April 29th. Okay. And Miss Meter, if today is Tuesday, April 28th, what was yesterday?
yesterday was Monday, April 27th, 2020.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now, here's a little bit of a tricky one. Let's go to Mrs. T. On Thursday, it is the 30th. What will Friday be?
Oh,
It will be Friday, May the 1st.
May the 1st. Yes, on Friday is going to bring us a new month. So in Thursday's session, we'll have to talk talk about that a little bit more, because on Friday, a new month is coming, May. That's very exciting for everybody.
time is
All
going quick.
Yes. So yes, indeed, folks, it's Tuesday, the 28th.
28th. Great job.
All right, folks. So as a reminder, the folks in this group will be highlighting some special events that probably more so happened already in April. But certainly at home, make sure that you're marking down on your calendars things you're looking forward to, things that made you happy this month, as it is always a great thing to do. So let's go around the circle. I know April's running out, but you can even share something that was very cool that happened for you this April. Mr. I, anything this April that stood out for you that was exciting?
That's the only thing excited. We have two birthdays. One, my son, and The another one is my grandson's. That was on April 2nd.
April 2nd. Both of them, right?
That's all. Yeah.
Yeah,
Same.
both of them. That's exciting. That's lucky for them.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah. I guess I should share as well. My wife's birthday was yesterday, so that was pretty exciting. We ordered some cake. That was great. Miss Roland, anything exciting happen for you in April, or that's coming up in the next 2 days?
Nope, nothing exciting at all.
Nothing exciting at all. How about you, Mrs. T?
Well, we enjoyed Easter a couple of
Mm.
weeks ago, but also my daughter has a birthday parade to participate in today. One of our classmates.
Oh, wow.
Birthday escape. So we're gonna decorate our van and drive by his house and honk the horn and make lots of noise.
That is cool. That is cool. We're starting to see some more of those parades. So keep your eyes peeled at home. See if you can spot any parades. They're starting to pop up quite a bit, it seems like. How about you, Miss LeBuc? Anything special this month?
Actually, yesterday was the first time that I actually really got to see. We have I don't know how to explain it. We have a gentleman in the area who dresses up every day and runs every day in a costume, a different costume every day.
Whoa.
And I was finally able to kind of wave to him up close and say, "You're doing a great job." They were collecting food for Winnipeg Harvest yesterday. So it was really quite neat.
Wow. And what was he
was
dressed up
exciting.
as, Miss LeBuc?
Yesterday, he was dressed up as a unicorn.
Oh, right on. So that seems special to me.
It was great. They're actually, the news station was with him. So if you want to check that out, he was on CBC yesterday.
Very cool. Very cool. And Miss Meter, anything special for you this past month?
Yeah, there was actually a few. The first was one of my niece's birthday was on the 1st. Her husband's is on the 20th. And my
Whoa.
great nieces, two of them, are the 21st and the 25th. And then the
Holy.
15th
Wow.
was our anniversary. And 28th is my sister-in-law and brother-in-law's 48th anniversary.
Holy
Wow.
moly, Miss Meter. That's a busy month.
Yeah,
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 it was
there
good.
is.
Wow.
Yeah, your calendar's full.
Yeah,
Holy moly. Now, did I miss anybody? I think that was everybody.
yeah. Oh,
So
and
remember
then,
friends at home? Oh, sorry.
one of my other nieces, she lives in Fort McMurray, Alberta, and she happened to call me up about 2-3 weeks ago, and she's really busy working there, and she's driving a real humongous truck.
Oh boy, that is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So friends, reminder at home that we do encourage you to keep a calendar and fill in any special days with your caregivers or your family at home. Okay, so let's move right along here. Let's fill in the top here. It has actually been raining in the last couple of days, so why don't we put on this rainy kind of day here? All right, hopefully that clears up pretty darn soon. All right, folks. I think that finishes our calendar. All right, so we're going to move back here. We're going to stop that. We're going to check out our schedule, see what's on the horizon next. So that concludes. Now, just as a reminder, as I bring up our special wheel, that we encourage you to take a minute at home to think about question of the day and answer the best to your ability as well. So here it comes. Now, the question of the day. Today's question of the day is, last time it was what was your favorite fruit, right? So you had to think really carefully, what is a fruit? What's my favorite one, right? Okay. So it has been raining recently, okay? So what do you like to do? Whoops, that what has a big H, means a little one. What do you like to do on a rainy day? Okay. So when it's a real rainy day and it's really hard to get outside, what do you like to do on a rainy day? Okay, so think about that for a minute. What do you like to do on a rainy day? And maybe, who knows, maybe you do actually like to go outside, right? So when it is raining outside, what do you like to do? Okay, so let's look at our wheel. Who's here today? Well, Mr. H is here. We talked about that. We have Mr. I is here. We have Mrs. Meter is here. We have Mrs. T is here. Yoop. And we have Ms. Roland. All right, folks, and I think that is our full wheel. That is indeed. So remember, friends, we're going to not mean that you cannot take an opportunity to answer this question out loud. By all means, I encourage you to do so. So we're going to spin it up, and we're going to see who answers our question first. All right, Miss LeBuke, what do you like to do on a rainy day?
Let's see. On a rainy day, I like to do crafting.
Crafting.
Yeah.
Is there any projects you're working on right now, Miss LeBuke?
Actually, I am. If you can see this, I am working on a thank you to put on my mailbox for the mailman and for all of the home deliveries that we're getting. So I'm working on that right now. I'm hoping to get it done today.
That's a very cool idea. Very, very cool. I like that a lot. All right, so let's spin that wheel. That kind of reminds me, remember on one of our last sessions, we had talked about thank you messages as well on Windows and things like that. So that's another good example of that. All right, let's spin it up. Oh. All right, Ms. Roland, what do you like to do on a rainy day?
On a rainy day, I like to do some baking, whether it is making cakes or cookies.
Oh, nice. Anything, any recent creations?
I've did a twist on Eat More bars.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
It's delicious.
All right, let's spin it up. All right, looks like Mrs. T, you're up next. What do you
Okay,
like to do
so
on
on
a rainy day?
day, I like to be able to lay on the couch and read, but I have 3 kids that love to go outside on a rainy day and jump in the puddles. So
boy.
I usually have to get dressed up and go jump in puddles.
Oh,
That's
boy.
fun. That's fun. I like doing that too.
Reminder, Mrs. T kids asked her first. So if you're planning on going outside to jump in some puddles, I suggest you ask an adult in your home first.
Yeah.
All right, folks, let's spin it up again. All right. Mrs. Meter, what do you like to do on a rainy day?
Oh, sometimes I like to do crafts, and sometimes I like to take a walk in the rain, and if it's lightning and that, I'll sit in the sunroom and watch the lightning and read or listen to music.
Right on. That all sounds wonderful. All right, let's spin it up again. All right, Mr. I, what do you like to do on a rainy day?
Mostly, we like the rainy day, and me and my wife do some special cooking like samosas, and enjoy that, and put some music on.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds fun. All right, I'll spin it up one last time. I think it might be me. Indeed, it is me. So what do I like to do on a rainy day? For me, I'm kind of on the same page as some other folks. I like to cook on a rainy day, and I also like to watch movies on a rainy day. So cooking and movies, I think, are what I usually do. All right, folks. So that concludes question of the day. So again, remember to share at home, what do you like to do on a rainy day? We've had some rainy days recently. All right, folks. So let's go back to our schedule here. So that indeed concludes question of the day. So we're going to move on to show and tell, okay? So friends, show and tell today is indeed brought to you by Miss Roland. Miss Roland, do you have any setup for this video or kind of speaks for itself?
Yeah, it speaks for itself. It's one of the only books I have in my place, and I thought I would share it with you guys today.
Right on, right on. Mr. H is just going to make sure we can hear it here. Mr. H always kind of has to remind himself to check that audio box here. Let's go back here. All right, and so folks in the chat, if you are having trouble hearing it, just kind of flag me down here and we'll try and fix it, but I think it should be all right. All right, so here's Miss Roland with The Clown Arounds.
Today we're going to read a book called The Clown Rounds by Joanne Cole and pictures by Jerry Smith. The Clown Round family lives in an ordinary town on an ordinary street, but the Clown Rounds are not an ordinary family. Can you tell which house belongs to the Clown Rounds? That's right, they live in house number 9. How did you guess? Here is the whole Clown Around family still asleep in their beds. Here's Mr. Clown Around, Mrs. Clown Around, their daughter Bubbles, the baby, and Wag Around, their dog. In the morning, when their alarm clock goes off, the Clown Arounds leap out of bed, happily ready to start a new day. Bubbles takes a morning bath, but Baby and Wag Around prefer a shower. Meals are a lot of fun at the Clown Around house. They always have pie, even for breakfast. While Mrs. Clown Around does some housework, Baby, Bubbles, and Wag Around play out in the yard. Later in the day, the Clown Arounds like to take a walk in the park. Or go for a swim at the beach. It's fun to be a clown around. One day, the Clown Arounds found a letter in their mailbox. It said, "Dear family, why not have some fun? Enter this contest. Just send a family photo. Maybe you'll win the big surprise." Clown Arounds wanted to have fun. They wanted to enter the big surprise. So they looked through their family photo album. Finally, they found just the right picture and mailed it to the contest. Can you see which picture they chose? That's right, they chose this picture. The next day, they looked in the mailbox, but the big surprise had not come by mail. The following day, they waited by the telephone, but no one called about the big surprise. The Clown Arounds felt sad. Maybe someone else won the contest. They tried to cheer each other up, but nothing helped. They were sad. Then a truck rolled down the street. The big surprise was being delivered right to their doorstep. What a surprise! It was right for the clown rounds. Now they could really go places. And their favorite place to go is the circus. Because the clownarounds think the circus is more fun than anything. Don't you? I hope you had fun with me reading the clownarounds. Have a good day.
Right on.
Mm.
Miss Roland, so can you share a little bit about that? I mean, you said it was one of the books you had in your house, but was that an important book to you?
That was my favorite book when growing up.
Oh.
It was actually written back in the 80s.
Oh. But you know what? That book is good. It has a lot of talk about emotions, which is something we talk about a lot in class, right? So they talked about being happy and sad, right? So I think that book touched on a lot of good ideas that we do talk about in class. So that's a great pick. So friends, that does conclude show and tell today. So let's check back on our schedule here. And that's going to finish up show and tell. So friends, we're going to move on to a little activity. We've done it a few times in class called I Spy. Now, so I Spy, for those at home, is a kind of like a picture search, if you will. So if you are at home, I strongly encourage you to listen carefully to Mr. H's questions. See if you can answer them. Take a minute. Again, I really encourage hitting that pause button, especially in an activity like this, right? Because sometimes maybe we answer the question a little bit quicker than you might. In addition, if you are a caregiver at home or someone sitting with one of our students, I encourage you to pause the video on this screen and start asking some creative questions as well, right? So basically, the premise of this next activity is I'm going to give some examples of appropriate questions that we could be asking or trying. But certainly, depending on the student that you're working with, feel free to kind of adapt, make the questions more difficult or easier depending on your student. We do try and do that quite a bit in class. Okay, so let's start us off here. All right, Mr. I. Mr. I,
Yes.
what? Let's find a good one from Mr. I here. What color, Mr. I, is the capital R?
Let me look. Capital R. Where is that? Capital R. I can see.
Can I give you a hint, Mr. I? It's closer to the top left.
Yeah, I can start circling.
Top left.
This range right here.
Right. Yes, a green.
Green, you got it. Yes, so the capital R is green. So again, friends, there is a lot of action on this picture. So again, take your time at home. There is no rush. All right, let's move on to Miss Meter. What numbers are on the two pool balls? So what numbers are on the two pool balls?
Okay. I can't get rid of these says IP meeting, and this other great thing is on top of one of the balls.
Okay, so give us one of them, Miss Meter, and I'll help you out with the other one.
There's a purple ball towards the bottom middle, but I can't see the number.
Okay, so that number is a 4, and the other pool ball is a 2, right? So we have a 2 over here and a 4 down at the bottom. Very good, very good. All right, let's move on to Miss Roland. Miss Roland, what color is the crayon?
Ooh, oh, let me see. The color of the crayon appears to be purple.
Purple, you are right, Miss Roland. Here's a purple crayon. Very cool. Now let's ask a couple trickier questions, okay? So, Miss LeBuke.
Yes.
How many toy cars do you see? How many toy cars do you see?
How many toy cars do I see? I'm gonna just turn off my camera so I can look at my screen closer. Toy cars. I see 1, 2, 3. I see 3 toy cars.
Very good, very good. I actually was going to say 3 as well. I see a yellow one, a blue one, and another yellow one. But I actually think this right here might be a fourth one. A black convertible.
I didn't see the one in the bottom left.
Yes. So there is 4 toy cars. Very cool. All right, Mrs. T. Mrs. T, what numbers are on the red dice?
Ooh, there is a 6, a 5, and a 6.
Yes, right down here. So Miss T first had to find the red dice. So she scanned with her eyes and she found the red dice. And then she's got to look at what numbers are on the red dice. So that's a 2-part question. So there's a 6, there's a 5, and there's another 6. So a 2-part question. All right. All right, Mr. I. There is a food in the top left corner. What is that food in the top left corner?
It's a cookie, I believe.
Yes, it is. It looks like a cookie or a pretzel, one of the two up here in the left corner, right? So now we're talking about directions as an example for friends at home, right? The top left. So you got to think left, you got to look up, and there is a cookie or a pretzel there up in that top left corner. Okay. And Miss Meter.
Yes.
Miss Meter, back to you. Okay. There is an animal in the bottom right corner. Okay. It looks like a bear. What color is that bear in the bottom right corner?
It's like a beige color.
A beige, yeah, kind of beige or yellow. Yeah, in the bottom right corner, there is a bear. Okay. All right, back to Miss Roland. Miss Roland, let's look here very quickly. Make sure I'm going to ask the right question. Miss Roland, how many keys do you see? Keys.
Keys. I see 1 on the left side. Let's see if we can find any more. Yeah, no, I only see the one on the left side near the top.
Okay, left side near the top. So let's count whether, let's see if we can scan right across with my cursor here. So no keys there.
Oh,
no
snap.
there.
I thought you said cheese.
Oh, cheese. No, cheese. Yeah, there is cheese over here. Keys.
Oh, a key. Okay.
All right, let's try again, Miss. Keys.
All right. This bad. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3.
1, 2.
4, if you count the one in the lock.
Okay, I think you're right, Miss Roland. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, because 1 is stuck in the lock. Yeah, it's kind of hiding
That one
there.
was tricky.
Yeah.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, so again, folks, you're noticing that this is even tricky sometimes for us as well. So take your time at home and remember, ask questions that you think would be suitable for your particular student, right? You could even ask a question like this. Mrs. T, who is the character down here by the yellow car in the bottom left side? What character is that? And you could even point to it at home. Who is that?
That is Mickey Mouse.
That is Mickey Mouse, right? So a nice kind of simple question, but we still have to use our eyes and look. Okay, let's do one more question for Miss LeBuke. Miss LeBuke. Miss LeBuke, what color is the lowercase b?
All right. First, I need to find the lowercase b. I'm going to move my technology a little closer. Like B as in boy?
You got it. Yeah, B as in boy.
You gave me a tricky one.
I
Case.
did. It's like right in the middle.
Ah, I see it. It is red. Thank you, Miss T.
You're welcome.
Right in the middle here, it is red. A B as in boy, and it is red. So again, you got really guys at home to scan through. It is a very good activity, and it's very good for those WH questions that a lot of friends at home work on, okay? And it's very good to be using our eyes and our problem solving skills and our listening skills, right? About what the question is actually answering, right? And you could be, again, asking two parts, right? So you got to find something and you got to label it, right? So that is an excellent activity. So I encourage you, friends, to pause this screen at home and ask some questions as well. All right, so we are going to head on back here, friends. We are going to stop sharing that. We are going to go back to our schedule. And that was be our I Spy activity. Okay, so friends, we're going to finish off with a little goodbye from everybody in the group today. So let's go back there. Let's start off with Miss Rowland. Anything to leave our friends with today?
No, just stay dry on this rainy day. Remember, wash your hands. And yeah, that's basically it. Bye, guys.
Beautiful. All right, Miss Meter. Miss Meter, anything left to say today from you?
Just be safe and take care of yourself and your families. And have a great day.
Beautiful, beautiful. And Mrs. T, any parting words today?
Have a good day, guys. I'm going to go make some lunch.
Awesome, awesome. And Miss LeBuke, any final thoughts today?
Just I miss you all. Can't wait to see you again. Be safe. Wash your hands 20 seconds. Don't touch your face. And social distancing. Get outside when it's nice out.
Right on. And Mr. I, any final thoughts today?
Just to stay home, enjoy the rainy day outside, or keep yourself safe and healthy.
Beautiful, beautiful. And yes, that's all great advice, friends. Be safe. Make sure you wash your hands great. Don't touch your face. Hopefully when the weather does get a little nicer outside, you can go for some walks, making sure you're keeping the distance from strangers. So again, friends, that concludes our group today on Tuesday. We will see you back again on Thursday with another group of friends and some more activities for you. All right. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.
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 Take care.
Bye. Take care. Bye, everyone.